Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the Puck Drops here. Peter Fife, but here, of course, wow, it feels like forever ago we did a live stream. But now I will be ready to do another one. Just give me a second. Test out the goal horns, of course. And yeah, we should be ready to go. I will let you know that this is going to be the only sports stream, well, for today, but until Wednesday, because tomorrow there might be an Ravens and Steelers game, and there also will be my second favorite team will be playing in the divisional round, the second round, Western Conference semifinals, Minnesota United against Sporting Kansas City. Sporting Kansas City having the third best record in the league, and the best record still remaining. Best record in the Western Conference, one of the top teams in the MLS. Obviously, we know the Eastern Conference final will be Columbus. Columbus won last night, hosting New England. But I won't be able to stream that game, and I won't be able to say Ravens or any other sports tomorrow because I have a very important final exam for one of my classes coming up on Wednesday morning. So anything afterwards this week I'll be able to stream. I should be able to stream some of the conference finals, as this is a running play for Seattle up the middle. Some of the conference final games for the MLS Eastern and Western, and also Texas A&M's pivotal matchup with number 24 Auburn. Although we'll figure out what rank they are after tomorrow's college football rankings and the bad beating they took in the Iron Bowl for University of Auburn. But I'll be able to stream some of that as we go along, but I won't be able to stream anything tomorrow. Just want to let you know that. I wanted to stream Minnesota badly, but I won't be able to do so. Here is a pitch over to Clement, who maybe got 2 yards, so 2nd and 6 will become 3rd and about 4. Philadelphia at home wants to make the stand and reclaim first place in the NFC East. The team that was last in the division for most of the year has found their way up to leading the division unbelievably. My New York Giants, who were not thought to at all be in contention, are leading the division right now. Philadelphia wins. They will retain first place and bump the Giants back down to 2. However, if Seattle wins, the Giants will stay in first place all the way until their Sunday meeting with the Seahawks in Seattle. There's a throw to DK Metcalf over the middle. And just like last week when he was toasting up the Cardinals, he's got some roast eagle. This is a slant that just victimizes the Philadelphia corner right at the Eagles' 34-yard line. (11-10), left in the first and 10. Here's a run up the middle, drug a couple of Eagles down as he reached Carson, the 30-yard line. It'll be 2nd and short for Seattle. They are making a lot of 2nd and shorts, manageable time, manageable down situations for the Philadelphia Eagles, for the Seattle Seahawks, excuse me. I'm sorry for the noises of my snacks. I'm opening. Wilson, the throw over the middle, has Metcalf, who turned back and then got the first down and spun around at the Philadelphia 21, but there is a penalty flag on the field. We'll see what this is. First penalty of the game. It might be against Seattle here, moving back. An offside play. They're not going to do anything about it. They'll decline it because he got the first down, but Eagles were offside. Seattle converted. So his communication helmet wasn't working. They switched it out right before the play, and it paid in spades. because Seattle was able to catch the Eagles offside, get a free play in. That free play really worked for them. Seattle at the 21-yard line. Eagles 21. Wilson has a good pocket. Then has to get out, and then he's sacked by Fletcher Cox, who has not had a good year as he slides down in celebration, but that was a good play. Wilson thought he had a clean pocket. He had one for a bit, but then it blew up. He had to get out, but once he got out, he's usually dangerous at that point. But once he got out, Fletcher Cox, who was pushing the lineman the whole way, finally got off of his target and was able to make the sack to make it 2nd and long. Again, I apologize for the noise. Here is Wilson getting out of there. No, gives it to Carson, who got a few. Not much. There's more pushing and shoving. Carson getting out of it. More Eagles. I think you really understand the frustration of their season. And then there's some pushing at Metcalf. Penalty flag goes on the field. This should be against Philadelphia. And the Seattle Seahawks are trying to pull away Russell Wilson and Chris Carson, all their top offensive playmakers.
You set the tempo for the night in this first drive. So that last push by Slay. After the play was over.
The penalty flag, here it is. It's an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Darius Slay. They're showing the grabbing and pulling, but he pushes DK Metcalf, pushes him some more. It's just push, push, push. Flag doesn't come out yet. Let's see exactly what it comes out. Darius talking to him. There's still some pushing. Might have been what he said to DK Metcalf, which we don't know. But they did call a penalty flag for it, which Seattle already got good yards. Now a 3rd and long turns into a 1st and 10 because of a bad penalty. Seattle's on the road, but it doesn't seem like it. No fans, so they're not going to, these Philadelphia fans who kind of get on your skin sometimes. Put them at the 11-yard line. They do a reverse sweep. Receiver almost got blown up behind the play, but then he was able to get a yard out of it. Now a penalty flag gets thrown down. This might be against Philadelphia again. And it was again after the play, more pushing and shoving with Metcalf and with Darius Slay.
Great play by McLeod coming from his safety position. Looked like DK, here comes McLeod. Looked like DK Metcalf was off the block. No foul. Unnecessary roughness for 97 defense.
An unnecessary roughness penalty against Philadelphia. A bad hit, and it's against Malik Jackson, the superstar of the Super Bowl that Denver won a few years ago. He got a few fumbles in that game. He was prolific. Here, he's not so. A late hit costs his team yardage and the down. So instead of it being 2nd and about 10, it's 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. Wilson. Snap to Carson. Carson spins. Carson pushing. He'll get to probably the 4, possibly the 3, and it'll be 2nd and goal close to the end zone. These are fantastic chips, by the way. They put him at the 2. Throw over the middle. Tried to find Metcalf on the 2nd and goal. And overthrew him. They did have coverage on his backside. It'll be 3rd and goal. I think this is a huge moment if this game gets thrown back to the Philadelphia Eagles with Seattle leading by 3 instead of 7. Because Seattle has cooked Philadelphia in this drive. And for Philadelphia to stay with it, because I thought the Eagles might have a decent chance of winning this game. I think they still do. For Philadelphia to say, we can get beaten back in drives and have penalties and do stupid things and just play bad football, but we won't give you the touchdown is huge. Carson goes down, and it looks like Philadelphia, the Eagles, will force a field goal. Unless Seattle goes for it here, it looks like it will be a field goal attempt. It's 4th and goal with the run to Carson. It was a read option fake, so it was supposed to look like the quarterback would have taken it to the left side, but it was really Carlos Hyde going up the middle, and Seattle looking at this, not sure. It looks like they'll probably call a timeout here. Yeah, Seattle calls a timeout. They were initially going to go for the play. I think they're also going to try to draw Seattle, Philadelphia off sides. We'll see what they do here. If they go for the field goal or if they go and try to run this play, because both options are not bad. There's some real discussion being discussed interestingly right now with Russell Wilson and the backup quarterback of Seattle. He is back in it. He's back in the snap. They are going to go for it here on 4th down against the Eagles at about the Philadelphia 2. Huge momentum to Seattle if they get the touchdown. Gargantuan momentum to Philadelphia if they can stop him. And they bring a lot of guys up, try to jam the receivers. Wilson in the shotgun. They have movement. He fakes it. He gave it to him. He lost about 3 yards. Philadelphia with a tremendous stop. They tried the running play again. They've ran the ball a lot this year on this side of the field. They've been efficient. They don't do anything. No points for the Seahawks. The Eagles stop them on defense, and they're going to get the ball at their 4. We'll see who comes up for quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles, but they decided not to try a field goal. They went for it. It did not pan out. Seattle could not get into the end zone. Philadelphia is going to get the ball after this commercial.
Swim about in your brain. So I thought, what about 15 minutes, 15%? Serendipity. Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Wait, are you serious? No way. This is a joke. This is a joke about that. We invited food reviewers to try the offer, but with a special surprise. $5 for 2 Whopper sandwiches. I'll leave before you say a deal hard to believe. Get the Whopper and the 2 for $5 mix of that.
Hey, Josh. How you doing, man? Ignore me if you hear a lot of crunching. I usually enjoy to do these streams and get some food and stuff. Well, at campus since Thanksgiving's happened, they have completely revamped things. There are only 2 places that are open. Obviously, I could like Uber Eats and get food there, but if I don't have to pay for food, I'm not going to. So, there are only 2 places, and the place that's open the latest is open now until 6:30 p.m. So, I didn't get food at 6:30, so I just had a breakfast today. So I wanted to eat while I stream, so I just got snacks. So you'll hear crunching or whatever. One other thing I wanted to let you know is that tomorrow, Minnesota plays Kansas City in the semifinals of the Western Conference. Winner to get to the Western Conference final. There might be Ravens Steelers tomorrow. regardless of what sports are on, I won't be streaming any of it because I have a huge exam on Wednesday morning. I have to study for it. So soccer, yes, soccer. So I won't be able to do any sports or any broadcasting tomorrow because I got to study. But after that, this week, anything's game. I know also Baltimore Pittsburgh would possibly be on Wednesday. I would do that. Thank you. Seattle is playing Dallas also on Wednesday, and that's way after the exam. Those are at night, and the exam's in the morning. Big stop by the Seattle defense. Also, if you're not watching, of course, put on ESPN. That's what the game's on. If you missed it, Seattle destroyed Philadelphia down the field with some amazing plays and some horrible penalties and lapse of judgment by Philadelphia. But the Eagles had a great goal line stand on fourth down and a few downs before that as well. So right now the Eagles are going for second down at their 4, I think. 2nd and 10 for the Eagles. Carson Wentz handoff, spinning from room, gets back to the line of scrimmage. It gets about only a yard after that. It'll be 3rd down. These drives have really worked the clock here. We've only got about 5:53 left in this opening quarter. Two for 22 on 3rd down in the final 3 games that they've played for a team still trailing in the wide open NFC East in 2nd. In 3rd, actually, right now. In 3rd to Washington and the Giants. Wentz will swab this one up. Eagles bench is calling for pass interference with great coverage by Griffin. And nothing. Philadelphia punt coming up. Punt out for the end zone by Cameron Johnston. This is going to land at the 50. And he had to catch it, and he got bottomed out close to the 40. 45 more. So ball will be at the Philadelphia 46. Seattle is right back into Eagles territory.
First, they and they embarked on a great adventure. They are tested and encounter allies. On the road back, their spirit is restored. And at the end of the adventure, the road will return where they belong. NFL Primetime is back exclusively on ESPN Plus. All the highlights every week on any device. Commercial free. NFL Primetime is back every Sunday at 7:30 only on ESPN Plus.
Like the cases on TV, car breakdown is no mystery. It's going to happen. I might see that nobody likes it when their check engine light comes on, especially when your car's out of warranty. That can mean expensive repair bills. That's why I have Car Shield. They get expensive car repairs taken care of, so I don't have to. Gotta love that.
When your car breaks down, you can take it to any certified.
So I'm still waiting, of course, for this game to come back, and then we'll see what happens.
Not a matter of if your car will break down, but when. Listen to your boy IC and let Car Shield save you from expensive repairs. You're welcome. Call Car Shield now before your car breaks down. Remember, Car Shield cars go far.
Call 800-864-4223. That's 800-864-4223.
Selling a home is expensive and stressful, so we set out to create a better home selling experience with a network of the most successful real estate agents in America. They'll sell your home for as little as a 2% commission.
Yeah, I used to go to pay for the we saved $12,000 in commission.
They were so stress-free. The whole process was amazing, and I would definitely recommend them.
We are not a discount brokerage. These are top local agents that'll get you the best results.
Russell Wilson won the night games. 29-8-1 career record in prime time, 78% win rate. Best in NFL history. Better than our own Steve Young and Ken Stabler. Of course, Young and Stabler both Pro Football Hall of Famers. But you got it better than Russell Wilson. Had a birthday yesterday, turned 32. Happy birthday, Russell. Just think, with great quarterbacks are protected now, he can play another 10, 15 years. He's been so durable overall in his years. First down and 10 brings starting field position for the Seahawks. From the Philadelphia 45, also to time. He's now falling on the run. Looking for Jacob Hollister.
All right, we're back. 2nd and 10 for Seattle.
Schwartz playing a lot of single safety middle defense, put his corners and his linebackers one-on-one against this explosive pass attack of the Seattle Seahawks. And if they're holding up, the pass rush is going to have to get over.
NHL trivia time. Let's go. I'm excited for that. 2nd and 10 at the 50. No, 45. Well, he sits at the 50, but the ball goes at the 45. Wilson getting out of there. Got about 2, and he's tackled. And the Philadelphia Eagles defensive players, for their credit, stay home in their gaps. They stay home. They don't get out and try to go to parties and put their masks on. No. That was funny to me and only me. They don't get out and try to rush another player, pinch up, and leave guys open. They stay in their zones. They stay in their spots, especially when Russell Wilson has got out of the pocket. They've stayed in their gaps. They've been very disciplined. 3rd and 8. Wilson throws. Metcalf cannot get to the marker. Another stance of Philadelphia staying home in their gaps. And another question. Does Seattle go for it? I think they'll punt or maybe set up a field goal here. They are not that far away from hitting a long field goal. They're going for it again. 4th and 2. See if they just try to draw them off. This would be the first, and I'll answer your question after this play. This would be the first attempt. They're going to have to snap the ball quickly, too. They won't snap it. A timeout was called. That's another timeout by Seattle. In the first quarter, they've attempted to go for it, or at least thought about going for it twice. They've had to use the timeout to go do it twice. The first time they went out and did it, and went out and tried to convert the 4th down, and it would have been a touchdown, but they didn't get it. Here we go again with Seattle. Now we'll see if they bring out the punter, if they bring out the kicker, or if they just go ahead and do it. Wilson is trotting out to the field. They wanted another play. This is going to happen again. Fourth and 2. Here we go. Wilson gets out and is sacked behind the line. Philadelphia holds. Derek Barnett, ex-Tennessee Volunteer, will get the sack. And the Eagles hold on 4th down. They do it again. And they're going to get the ball back at, let's see where he goes down. They're going to get him at the Philadelphia 38. Decent field position for the Eagles with 3:39 left. They'll get their second drive of the game. Yeah, Joe, you're right. Eagles defense has been quite good. Well, They have given up a lot of yards. That's the thing. They've given up a lot of yards on big plays or on penalty plays, but they have sat down on most of the plays. Which team bonus, which goalie did Ovechkin score on for his 500th goal? I know the goalie and I know the team for his 700th goal. I had a chance to go to that game. Don't rip on me. I didn't because I had a lot of stuff going on, and some of my classmates for this like our recreation center does this for our school. Actually went to that game, the 700th game. That was the Devils. That was Mackenzie Blackwood. I don't know the 500th goal. I'm going to guess Florida and Roberto Luongo. That's my guess. Florida, Roberto Luongo. Yes, we did. Late. I think it was a Damon Severson wrister from inside the point. I remember watching it on my phone. Yeah. All right. Dallas Stars, Lettinen.
33 years ago to the day, the memorable Monday night of the Raiders with Seahawks on his birthday, Bo Jackson ran over the ball. Brian Bosworth, the earlier Bo ran at 91 yards. Dan Diego said he might have stopped him to cover. I wish Bo Jackson.
All right.
There goes Bo.
Buffalo, Miller. That's my guess. Buffalo, Ryan Miller. That was a little bit of a jet sweep. Goes right to the 40 for about maybe 2 yards. It'll be second and long. All right. St. Louis Blues, Allen. St. Louis Blues, Allen. All right, now. One last guess until I ask for hints. All right. I'm gonna have one last guess before I ask for hints. Calgary Flames, Jonas Hiller. Flames Hiller. A full start coming up against Jason Kelce, brother Travis, who is one of the best players on this team, probably the best player on this team right now, and a rare false start. I want to know. I want to know what division it was in. I want to know 3 hints. What division it was in, what country it was in, and what year. That might help me. Passed over the side. He almost had Goddard. Excuse me. I sorry for not calling that. That was Wentz going deep for Dallas Goddard, who's still talking with the linebacker of Seattle. Dallas Goddard had a huge chance to put the Eagles into the red zone. Biggest offensive. I know Seattle went down the field, but largest offensive play to date that both of these teams had gone for, and really good defense by Bobby Wagner, who's a linebacker after that big hit on Wentz that doesn't go deep that much, and he did to defend that pass. What a play by Bobby Wagner. Carson Wentz, shotgun snap, 3rd and 13. He gets sacked. It's going to be 4th and forever, which means a Philadelphia punt. So the Seahawks have gone for it on 4th down twice with the 2 timeouts and not gotten it to work, and Philadelphia has been forced to make bad plays on third down, and they'll have to punt for a twice time. 2016 Atlantic, what country? You have to let me know what country, because that's one of the two divisions that have teams that are of multiple countries. And you said not Florida, Luongo, so you're gonna have to let me know what country. It'll be taken by Moore to the 15. That's literally only got to the 16. Canada. Okay, that makes it a lot easier. All right, my guess is Montreal, and the goalie is Carey Price. In fact, that sounds really correct. I think I should have gotten that a long time ago. Carey Price, Montreal. Incorrect. Ooh. There's only two more. Maple Leafs, Anderson. Freddie Anderson, Toronto Maple Leafs. Ottawa, Mike Smith. I know it's Ottawa. I know it's Ottawa if it's not him, but my guess for the goalie would have to be not Mike Smith, Craig Smith, or I don't know if it's Smith, but you know who I'm talking about. Number 41. Ottawa, Craig Smith or Craig whatever, number 41 for the Senators. That's my guess. As the goalie. And it has to be Ottawa because that's the only other team I didn't mention. And it's Ottawa and not Smith. At that point, I don't think Emery was on that team. I think he had already retired. But yes, 16 Emery definitely was on that team. Just tell me the goalie. It's not Peter Budaj. Oh, just tell me the goal. Oh, also, we're at commercial right now, waiting on the game to come back. Just tell me the goalie because I can't think of it. I can't think of who it would be. Hammond! Hammer! Andrew Hammond. I forgot he was in. Yeah, he was in Ottawa for some time. Wow, I didn't know that. Now, because that took forever. Let me see if I can get some hockey trivia for you. I gotta think of one. I gotta really think of it. I got a good one. I got a good one you'll probably not get, but it's fun. In 2000 and in 2013 in the Western Conference quarterfinals, Jakob Kindle and Joachim Andersen for the Detroit Red Wings in their first full rookie years, as this is a handoff by Carson, spins, gets back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and 10. Here's the full question again. Here it is, Josh. Joachim Andersen and Jakob Kindle in the 2013 Western quarterfinals against Anaheim scored their first playoff points in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Why is this memorable? What reason is – I don't think you'll get it. It's a pretty hard one. But why is it memorable that Jakob Kindle and Joachim Andersen got their first playoff points in the first few games in the series against Anaheim? Why is that memorable? That's the question. And it's not like they were twins or whatever. It's a statistical answer. It's a legitimate answer. It's not a weird family trick question. Just take a guess or two. I'll give you a hint to make it easier. It has something to do with the team that they played. So the question is, again, Josh, final time. Joachim Andersen and Jakob Kindle played their first playoff games against the Anaheim Ducks in the 2013 quarterfinal. delay of game against Seattle again in the quarterfinal. What was so memorable that they got their about the fact that they got their first points in the series against the Ducks? That is the question. Josh, if you're there, see if you can answer. Third and 14. Seattle's really struggled on this drive. They've struggled in this game. If they don't get the first down, they're definitely going to have to punt. DK Metcalf off a screen. Metcalf pushing. Got sent out of bounds, but I don't think he got there. And even though they've gone for fourth down and Metcalf made it close, you know they're not going to. Yeah, it's a tough one. You know they're not going to go for it. Definitely have to punt here. I don't know a huge amount of Devils stuff before like 95, so that's why in my Canucks trivia you'll get obviously as you know Vancouver, everything like that. So I gotta go with the Red Wings stuff. There's so much to choose from since they're one of the original 6, and since I know them so well, it's just easier for me to do that than even my team, the Devils, or pushing and shoving with Seattle and the Eagles. As the Eagles get the ball about the 25-yard line, and they're still pushing and shoving between the two sidelines. No penalties have been thrown yet, but referee is very irate at one of the Philadelphia players. Carson Wentz getting ready for his third drive. Still scoreless in this first quarter between Philadelphia and Seattle. 15 seconds remain in the first quarter. And what might be the final play of this first quarter.
Change the tempo, change the approach offensively, get the ball out of his hands quickly. They cannot protect it. That's the real issue here. Okay? The real issue is not Carson Wentz, it's the protection up front with the offensive line. So Hurts warming up on the sideline while we're breaking.
Wentz in the shotgun, fakes the handoff. Wentz goes for a tough screen, throws it, and then pushed out of bounds, which will stop the clock with 10 seconds left. So we'll force another play by this Philadelphia offense. Oh, no, the clock actually he didn't march out of bounds on his own being, so the clock will run. And that'll end the first quarter. No score. Eagles will have around 2nd and 10 coming up as Seattle's gone for it twice and then got stopped deep in their own territory. The Eagles have had to punt the last 2 drives. They've got a 2nd and 10 coming up after these commercials. This commercial. These commercials, like I have the commercials. Or like I'm in charge of the network.
From retail to healthcare, businesses are going with a smarter hybrid cloud using the tools, platforms, and expertise of IBM.
It's football season at Subway. Your daddy truck got some food. Contact us curbside pickup and get safety first, right, Tango? Where you see the little Subway is fresh.
Holiday shopping is safer and easier than ever at Kohl's. Buy online and enjoy fast and free store pickup in 2 hours or less. Or shop in stores where we're taking extra precautions to keep everyone safe. We're doing all we can to help you give without your heart. Kohl's.
That series was awesome. But the moment you're looking for that I think is going to be the one that's really hard for you to understand or know is that the moment that what makes it memorable doesn't happen in the series. You would have to know something, not telling you what. You would have to know something that happened earlier in the regular season. They had their first 2 playoff points together in that series, but what makes the fact that they had their first 2 playoff points in that series memorable did not happen in the playoffs. It happened earlier in the regular season.
ESPN Week starts tomorrow as ESPN and the Beat Foundation continue to raise funds and awareness for cancer research. More information, go to ESPN.com/Week. As much or as little as you can get involved. We all appreciate that. And Jalen Hurts has, in fact, checked into the game.
Show the chips for the commercials. Oh my God, like I have a sponsor. Again, I didn't want to eat chips and crunch and make a lot of noise, but the place where I get my food usually when I stream, which I enjoy, is like closed or whatever. Yeah, you'd have to know a lot about the regular season. I know a bunch of fantastic hockey YouTubers that are Red Wing fans and stuff. Great A140, one of my great friends in the YouTube community or the hockey community. When I say friends, I mean I don't personally know him, but I know his content is fantastic. He's a great guy. But Carson Wentz has been benched. Carson Wentz has been benched, everybody, or at least he's on the bench. Jalen Hurts is out there for Philly. He's in the shotgun, 2nd and 14. Fakes the handoff, throws to the side to Alshon Jeffries. Alshon Jeffrey has it, and it'll be 3rd down. And short, but it'll be 3rd down. All right, let me know if you want to keep guessing, or what I was saying. What I was saying was, that I don't think even he would know. I didn't realize this. The Ravens and the Steelers will be playing on Wednesday at 3:40 Eastern. That means we're going to have an early stream. Everybody, get ready for an early stream. Wentz gets out of there and gets sacked by Seattle. And that's way after my test, too, so you don't have to worry about that. Big sack. Wentz. Carson Wentz gets put on the field just after those 2 plays by Jalen Hurts and goes down to force another Philadelphia punt. Yeah, Josh, just let me know if you want to guess some more or if you're done guessing.
Possession, 4th 3-and-out by the Eagles. Johnson had an excellent punt earlier, 64 yards. DJ Reed, new returner back for Seattle.
Well, okay, I'll give you that one guess. I'll give you one guess. I just don't want to completely give it away. It relates to the team they're playing. It relates to the Anaheim Ducks. So the 2-point, they got their first points in the playoffs. Why is that important? Why is that important that they got their first 2 points in the playoffs against the Ducks? And it has to do with the Ducks in the regular season. If your next guess is incorrect, I will. I'm not going to have you just waiting some more. So you can give me some trivia. I'll literally tell you. So, final guess. Wilson in the shotgun. Russell gets out there, throws over the middle, has a man to the 50-yard line. Great play, Tyler Lockett. And you want to talk about track speed, that's Tyler Lockett. He actually ran track in high school and in college, and he's got that breakaway speed that's helped the Seattle Seahawks team, and it's got them to about midfield. Remember, Seattle's gotten close to scoring, really close to scoring. So it's not that's just been punt fest. In fact, Seattle's only punted once. Tyler Lockett leads the NFL in receptions and yards after catch. They try a sweep running play and loses a ton of yards. Great Philadelphia defense. Jalen Mills is the one who comes up and makes the big tackle to make the second down miles and miles for Seattle and put them behind midfield again.
This motion with the safeties coming down exposes this defense. If he doesn't make this play, Jalen Mills, this is a big gainer. It's really well done, and this secondary's playing discipline so far.
Talk about the secondary. Talk about the linebackers here. Really play disciplined football. 2nd and 13 for the Seahawks. Wilson, shotgun snap. They pressure him. Russell Wilson gets out of there. Throws on the run and places it for the tight end. I thought he would have had a lot of room to run, but he throws on the run, and so it's 3rd and 13. Yeah, Josh, let me know what your guess is, your final guess. Just tell me what it is. I have no idea. Okay, I will wait till this play and then let you know what it is. Russell Wilson, shotgun snap. Eagles pressure. Wilson going deep all the way down for Metcalf. He catches it. DK Metcalf at the 1-yard line. In fact, now that the drive's at the 1, I think I'll tell you a commercial. I really do. I think I'll just tell you like right before commercial hits. Right as it's hitting. Russell Wilson gets hammered down on the play, and he puts Metcalf at the 1-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. Actually, it's going to be at the 2. Shotgun snap, give to Carson. He got to the line of scrimmage, but nothing after that. It'll be 2nd and goal. Here's the play to Metcalf, and Darius Slay had him, and then he lost him. And these two have been going at it. Both pushing and shoving and yelling at each other and grabbing and also on the football field and coverage all day long. And Seattle hits their biggest play. 2nd and goal. 25 receptions of 25 more yards since 2019, leading the NFL for DK Metcalf. Here's Wilson throwing over the top. He's got a touchdown. Touchdown, Seattle. Touchdown, Moore. David Moore, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And it's 6-0 Seattle. And Moore, the touchdown catch. It is 7-0 Seattle. All right, here it is. Here it is, Josh. It is Jakob Kindle and Wacom Anderson. What made it so spectacular, so crazy that they got their first 2 points together in the series against Anaheim in their first complete year? Their first 2 points in the National Hockey League happened early in that season, in that delayed 2013 season, where Jakob Kindle got his first point on an assist to Wacom Anderson's first point on a goal against the Anaheim Ducks. The fact they got their first 2 playoff points against the same team, that they got their first 2 ever regular season points, assist and goal, not against the same goalie. Their first 2 playoff points were against Hiller, and their regular season points were against a backup. I don't remember. But they got their first 2 regular season and first 2 Stanley Cup playoff points against the same team. Both assists and goals on both ways. That is what is, well, both assists in the playoffs, not goals. Wacom Anderson didn't score his first playoff goal until the Chicago series. but he scored his first assist in the playoffs against the Ducks, or he scored his first regular season point. So that's what's really cool. And yeah, you see how it intertwines and interlocks. Yeah, I don't think most people would have gotten that one. And I again wanted to hook a hard one on you. But yeah, that's what's really cool about it. They beat the Ducks pretty badly in that regular season game, and of course we know they were down. They were down 2-1 in the series, 3-2, and we're facing a Game 7 against the number 2 team in the Western Conference, a team that behind Chicago and behind Pittsburgh, people thought that the Ducks were going to win the Stanley Cup. And they were a little too young. They were building that, but they were a little too young. They just were not able to. So you can now ask me some trivia. Great coverage by Seattle. The kick got lofted to the 20, and then the Seahawks were all on the returner. So Wentz is going to get his 4th drive. Coming up for Seattle. Wentz is going to have to get out of there and throw it to the dirt because he would have taken a gigantic sack. Seattle brought the house. It's 2nd and 10. I love the 90s and the 2000s. I'm not very good at the 80s. I think of Western Canada and Eastern Canada, so that'll help me. But that's 4 divisions. Okay, let's go. 1980s. Here is Wentz in the shotgun. Handoff. That went some more. Saunders bumped into the Seattle bench. He almost went really far, and he's still yapping at these safeties who really do not shut up. What year did Wayne Gretzky score 4 goals in the 3rd period in the All-Star game? 1985 is my guess. 1985. 3rd and 2, Jalen Hurts trots off the field. And then they'll call timeout just to make sure they knew exactly what they're doing. This is Philadelphia's first timeout they've used. They need 2. They are hemmed in at the Eagles' 28-yard line. So if they don't get it, even if it's 4th and inches, they're not going for it. 1986.
Sending a message. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. But he's someone who really is involved in the entire process. He knows everything that's going on here. The number one thing that they haven't done, they have not delivered as far as impact players in the draft over the past 4 to 5 years.
Eagles 2-2 in the division with losses to Washington and the Giants and wins over Dallas and the Giants. They have another game coming up, as that's a stop on Sounders. Great play by Seattle. This is going to be an Eagles punt, another one, as again, as a division, when he's around, Philadelphia, they started nicely with their defense. And it's kind of like the microcosm of that game we watched in college on Saturday, the Texas A&M game, where A&M was playing very sloppily on offense, but their defense was carrying them. Philadelphia defense has played well, and they've given up a huge plays. They've played well. Also, 86 isn't too close, which would tell me, what a hit! What a hit! That's Taylor for the Eagles, who came up and blindsided Reed on the punt return, which will put Philadelphia in a nice position. Eagles special teams coming up huge. Seattle will get the ball back up 7, which would tell me it's not 84, so my guess would be 83. I know for a fact it's not his rookie year in 1980 when Gordie Howe became an all-star with Hartford and went to Joe Louis Arena, and the Red Wing fans applauded the great one, not the great one, the Mr. Hockey. So I would assume I know it's not 1980. I would assume we were saying it's far away. It's not 84. So my guess would be then 83. I see a hockey stick and a goal. Is that correct? 83? Okay, cool. I wouldn't say 86 is that far away from being, I guess so. Yeah, I see. I see what you mean. So we'll see what Seattle does. We will wait for this to come in. I don't think so. If it's a hard one on Gretzky, I'm one of the few hockey fans that don't know a lot about Gretzky, don't pay attention that much about Gretzky because I have other players I like more. Specifically those that are on my team. Your Henrik Zetterberg, your Steve Yzermans, your Scott Stevens, your those guys. Also, after this one, I got a good one that you might be able to get. Kind of an easy one. Every single Gretzky goal from his stats, number 1. Oh, that's like the one. That's the one thing I know. Penalty flag coming up as a Seahawk is hauled out of bounds. We'll see this might go against Philadelphia. I know that for a fact. I believe he's number 1 all time, still on points because just the amount of assists he had. Yeah, the answer is number 1, right? They're looking at possibly calling it a horse collar tackle. A personal foul, unnecessary roughness against the youngster Duke Riley, which will give Seattle 15 yards. All right, let me give you mine. This is an easy one, but since you haven't watched, you don't pay attention that much until the New Jersey Devils, I got a good one for you. If you know hockey, then it should be easy. If you don't, then whatever. This is line combinations. The ZZ Pops line was one of the best New Jersey Devils lines in the post Scott Stevens, Scott Niedermayer era. Who did the ZZ Pops line consist of, and why was it called? And who was Pops? Who was Pops, and why was it? And who were part of the ZZ Pops line? That is the question. Also, if you want to also do this part, you could always just say, who is ZZ? Well, actually, no, you don't need to do that because that's kind of, you can figure that out already. You can figure that out. So, two-pronged question: who were the members of the ZZ Pops line in the 2000s Devils post Stevens and Niedermayer, and who was Pops? Carson runs to the outside of the sideline and gets a first down for the Seahawks. They'll move the chains with 8:04 left in the second. Chris Carson has been very explosive tonight against Philadelphia. You know who they were. Okay, good. So, who were they? Yes, that's one. It's one of the Z's. Wilson gets out. Wilson gets out again. Wilson heaves it up in the direction of Eagle linebacker. Carson points to the field, says, that's not intentional grounding. There's a penalty flag thrown on the field. It's either a penalty against Sweat or an intentional grounding call against Wilson. The Parise is correct. A penalty flag against Darius Slay for illegal contact, which will move the chain some more. Yes, Sajak and Parise are correct. Those are the two Z's. Now you got to figure out the final player, which will answer both prongs of the thing. Yes. I told you it was an easy one, but I didn't know if you knew. So you do know. Yes, the ZZ Pops line. Zach Parise, Travis Sajak, and Jamie Langenbrunner, and there's only one member of that line still around in New Jersey. Obviously, Langenbrunner retired after, I think, 2012. Yeah, it should be if you knew that. If you knew that hockey, yeah. Parise's in Minnesota, and Sajak is still around. All right. So they show the battle between DK Metcalf and Darius Slay as this game has gone around and gone between. Wilson short slant and pushed forward for a first down, and Tyler Lockett lets you know it. You know some Devils history. Okay, good. How about this one? I got a good one. Scott Stevens was drafted by 3 NHL franchises because of a rule with minor hockey leagues. And he hurdles a man, a throw to Metcalf, who hurdles McLeod after a 5-yard pickup and runs to about the Seattle 5 to the Philadelphia 5. The legend, the lore, the story of DK Metcalf continues and grows in Seattle. Of Seahawks, first and goal. Because of some minor league rules and restrictions between drafted players having to be signed, he actually went through three teams in the NHL draft, only playing for one. What were the 3 teams that drafted Scott Stevens, even though he only played for one? Here's the throw by Wilson to the pylon, and no one is there. Philadelphia is complaining that this is intentional grounding.
Russell Wilson doesn't get enough credit for his ingenuity to get rid of the football. We've seen it twice on this drive alone.
So that is the question. What are the 3 teams? Obviously, no Google for any of this. If you Google this, it's no. What are the 3 teams that drafted Scott Stevens?
Clearly wasn't throwing to receiver. Clearly threw it out of bounds. Only question is, was he inside the box?
So the referee's still looking at the fact if it is intentional grounding. Here's the call. There is. It is an intentional grounding, and yeah, it's definitely intentional grounding. It'll be 2nd and goal. Right. I don't Google anything. It's not fun. So again, the question is, what are the 3 teams that drafted Scott Stevens? Obviously, you'll get one right now because, it's a team he's played his Hall of Fame career with. In fact, correction on that, I think he played for one of them. Yeah, he played for one of those teams. Carson, what a run! Carson is into the end zone. Ball is loose. Philadelphia picks it up. It won't matter. A 16-yard touchdown as that play was called back because of the intentional grounding. Chris Carson says, I can run us back into the end zone. It is 13-0 Seahawks. Carson went up the middle. He took a move. He had good blocking, missed tackle. Then the cloud got him. But his body, he's been working out, pushes right past the cloud. And by the time the ball falls out of his hands, he's in the end zone. He should be definitely. And the huge uppercut fist bump by Coach Pete Carroll, and the lower one by DK Metcalf. Here is the kick. It is good. Seattle 14, Philadelphia nothing with 5:27 to go in the half. All right, make your guesses. Make your guesses on the teams.
I'd say about 15 to 20.
Obviously, yes, it is the Devils. It's one of the teams. All right.
All four teams are under 500, led by New York and Washington. Only two teams
We are back.
won their division with a losing record. And while it may seem a bit upside down, those two teams, the 2010 Seahawks and the 2014 Panthers, they each won playoff games in those years. Kind of like the lottery. You got to be in it to win it. You know, what is that? Is that the underworld? Come on, you haven't seen Stranger Things? Real sense. Check it out. People tell me it's an excellent show. Just keep me in check, making sure these things make sense. All makes sense.
And a handoff goes nowhere. As Carson Wentz was not able to load up. Jets, no. Winnipeg is not one of the teams. Carson Wentz, a huge rush right to the side of the first down marker, and that's what he got. Sorry for missing the play. Wentz in the shotgun. Right now, it's not the Rangers. It is not the Rangers. That is not one of the teams. Thrown down low. I thought you were going to get it really quickly. I thought you might know this one. Wow. That is not the Rangers. Yes. St. Louis is what. St. Louis is one of the two. One of the three teams. Yeah, and St. Louis is one of the two teams, the Devils being the other, that he actually played with. Yeah, good job, Josh. I know that was just a blind guess by you, but fantastic. That's correct, St. Louis. That's 2 out of 3. Sorry for the snapping. I finally finished the first chips. Here's Wentz throwing to the corner. Looks like he got a first down. The Eagles will move the chains now. So you got St. Louis. Now you're, absolute random guess. Kings. No. Ask me if you want hints. And what type of hints. Like, you give me the guess. I don't want to give you hints and then, because I want to stump you. I want to give you good hints, but I also don't want to give you a hint just out of me being nice or whatever, or give you a hint, and then it's a perfect giveaway hint. So if you give me what type of hints you want, it can lead me into a better area to give you hints. So, but LA, no, incorrect. LA was incorrect. Winnipeg was incorrect. New York Rangers was incorrect, but St. Louis was correct. That was a team that he was. So one more team. This is the first team he was drafted by. One Stanley Cup championship. One Stanley Cup championship. Big pass play for the Eagles right over midfield. A little slant. Adams makes the flipping tackle, though. Flips him down right past the 45. Gonna put them at the Seattle 43. What they call a tunnel screen. 3rd and 2. On 3rd and short, the Eagles have been bad. I don't think they've only converted one. Here's a screen. Does he get there? He threw the ball right to the line, but the Seahawks had him dead to rights at the line. We'll see where they put the ball because he reached over, but there was a Seahawks draped on him. Sounders when he did. Don't tell me the year. That's just an automatic answer. Yes, I will not tell you the – obviously, yeah. I will not tell you the year. especially this one, because then you really get it. I will not. Now Wentz getting out of there. They gave him a first down. Dropped by Sounders, who had it. And then juggled and dropped. A penalty flag is on the play. This might be against Seattle here. It is. Illegal use of the hands, defense behind the play, which costs Trey Flowers, and it costs his team a lot of yards. Philadelphia is going to get a better chance now. You're correct. Good job. Washington Capitals. Those are the three teams. Capitals, then Wentz dropped the snap. Wentz gets out of there and throws, and what a play by Carson Wentz. What a play by Carson Wentz, because he fumbled the snap. It rolled all the way to the Philadelphia 38-yard line, and they were at the 39-yard line. Well, I just missed the call. But what a play by him. Seattle was calling for intentional grounding because he ran away and threw the ball. He was out of the pocket, yes, but Pete Carroll was claiming that the ball never hit the line of scrimmage because the ball rolled back about 30 yards. But as the call is now, what a fantastic play for Wentz not to lose about – he would have lost 35 yards on that play because that ball rolled back hugely. So it's 2nd and 10 instead of 2nd and 35. Here is a handoff for about 5 yards, so it'll be 3rd and manageable. Yeah. All right, I guess you can ask me some questions now. And they look at the ball. The ball did not go to the line of scrimmage. Pete Carroll, he would have been right there, but I don't think you can – you can challenge referee calls like pass interference and stuff like that, but you can't challenge referee no calls. 2-minute warning. Philadelphia has a 3rd and short coming up. They have built their way through this game, but they still trail by 14 to the Seahawks.
Ginger, an extra kick of real ginger taste that is blown from tennis balls off your grandma. You can't deny old ginger.
I get my protein from plants like wonderful pistachios. Sounds crazy. Not as crazy as gold post in 20 years. Let's go! Yeah! Crack like pistachio. High protein from wonderful pistachios. I'm celebrating with my family. You can simply say Social Security is having a huge sale. Get 50% off and a free camera. Yikes. I think they're missing something. Anyways, U.S. News recently named Simply Safe the best home security system of 2020. Okay. That's all I hate. I'll get pretty tired. At Domino's, you can carry out 3-topping pizzas for just $7.99 each. And with Domino's Carside Delivery, you can conveniently stay in your car while you do it. Just pull up, check in online, and we'll deliver your food to you.
Thank you.
So you don't have to get out to get carry out. Like Denny here.
Hey, Hamlet. I like your PJs.
Stay in the driver's seat with Domino's Carside Delivery. Presenting Sunday Superstars, fueled by Campbell's Chutney. In LA, quarterback Justin Herbert and receiver Keenan Allen connected a team record 16 times in the Chargers win over the Jets. And in Seattle, defensive end Carlos Dunlap.
So they're getting ready for this conclusion of this first half.
Campbell's Chutney,
between Seattle and Philadelphia. Whole half going up too soon after that, which is big.
Coming up, USAA Insurance Halftime. We need Adam Schefter. Latest on that Ravens Steelers game.
The Pittsburgh-Baltimore game on Wednesday, which will be an early stream for me, 3:40 Eastern or whatever time it is. So get ready for that. We'll have football. They're going to have football 3 times in 4 days. Football today, football on Wednesday, football on Thursday. I forget what Thursday's game is. I definitely should have checked. That was my bad. Wednesday out of the pocket, and it'll be spun down to 20. I definitely should have checked. I think I might have the Baltimore hat here. I'm not sure, but I'm definitely going to have to check for Thursday. I'll have to check after stream.
Seattle Seahawks are the only team in the NFL that have not had a single player test positive. And Pete Carroll was very, very proud of that one. They should be saluted for that. Second and 4.
There's no Thursday game, but there's like 2 Monday games and a Tuesday game. That's weird. So I guess there's just be 2 in 3 days. Off of a deflection, incomplete. 1:04 left in the second, and it's 3rd and 4.
No hero ball there. That's Tom has been thrown around in a negative fashion regarding Wentz here in Philadelphia. 3rd down and 4. Doug Peterson said.
Excuse me. Wentz in the shotgun.
Wentz's favorite player going on.
They sit at around the 13. Carson Wentz handoff. Sounders with a first down to the 5. They've got plenty of time to add 2 timeouts to have a bunch of plays they want to get into the end zone if they want to. Wentz under center. Carson Wentz. Short throw for like a screen past the line of scrimmage. Maybe got 2 yards. And then Philadelphia will call timeout with 17 seconds left.
Seattle's defense has been historically poor this season, so out of character for a Pete Carroll team. They are on pace to allow the most passing yards per game in NFL history. And total yards per game, if this keeps up, would be the 3rd most in NFL history, better than only the 2012 Saints and the 1950 Baltimore Colts.
12 pass yards a lot of time. And as prolific as defense has made some good hits, they made tackles, but man, they give up a lot of yards, and you would not think for Seattle. Oh, nice. So, Josh, if you want, I guess you can ask some questions about some trivia questions, I guess. I don't know. 2nd and goal. Seahawks don't want to let up a late touchdown here, especially because I think Philadelphia gets the ball in the first half. At the start the second half, excuse me. 17 seconds left. Here's Wentz throwing. Touchdown! Philadelphia! Goddard, he had the chance earlier in the first half. This one's a slant catch ball over the middle. Dallas Goddard, a 3-yard touchdown reception. And it is 14-6. And it's a slant throw and just a jump ball to kind of grab it, pull it up. Eagles missed the kick. Eagles missed the extra point. They missed the extra point. Oh, my goodness. Elliott, who's been a good kicker, misses it right. So the Eagles get their touchdown, but the extra point is hooked with 12 seconds left in the second quarter. So they get this touchdown, and it is now still a one-possession game. It's an 8-point game, but they would have to get the touchdown on the 2-point conversion. Great touchdown by Goddard. Fantastic Eagles drive, but it just gets spoiled a little bit because they missed the extra point. Yeah. Why am I playing 2012 Flyers, something like that, Horn? Yes, that's 2012 Flyers. That team was something else, and that was a really fun team to watch. And I kind of can take solace in that fact because after they had a huge overtime win with Danny Briere and all of that in game one, it was so emotional. It's like, what are you? Oh, it was against the Devils, and you hate the Flyers. Well, Devils dispatched them in 4 games after that, so it's kind of cool. Because the song and the horn are a lot cooler. The one now isn't bad, but it's just not as good. This will bounce out of the end zone. Reed talks with an Eagle. He's friends with them. I'm not sure. Ohio State playing Michigan State at noon, and if Ohio State doesn't play that game, they'll be ineligible to go to the bowl. Go Spartans, everybody! Go Michigan State Spartans. Just wanted to say that for everybody watching this. You want to root for Michigan State because if Ohio State can lose some games, that'll probably knock them out of the playoff conversation, which will be found out tomorrow at 7 Eastern, and bump A&M into a more favorable spot. So go Spartans. And they take a knee. That'll end the half. Seattle 14, Philadelphia 6. Going to the halftime locker room. Russell Wilson makes his trademark hustling trot over to the locker room, and Seattle will get ready for this halftime break. And then for the third quarter, for the second half, we'll see. They're looking to see if there's a thing that says, who's getting the ball back or whatever. Yeah, I'll probably take this off. Or maybe just, I don't know. Yeah, leave it on like that. That's fine. I'm just looking and waiting to see when they're. And yeah, I saw what you said. I'm waiting to see where they have the who gets the ball. I don't say. It's not whatever. You can do some trivia now if you want. My favorite sports quote? Oh, that's a good one. It's a kind of cheesy one, but I think it'd probably be Bill Parcells. You are what your record says you are. I think I like that one.
Watching the USAA Insurance Halftime. Insurance made for the military community. USAA, an official insurance sponsor of the NFL. What is USAA made for? It's made for this guy, a veteran who honor and serve. And it's made for
yeah. That's a good one. Everybody got a good laugh, and then throws the interception later in the drive. was great about that was not only was it the playoffs to knock out Seattle, but and a rival in Green Bay. But one of the other things was that was the old days where you could drive the ball down the field and kick a field goal on the first possession and win. What did I remind you of? Oh, yeah. But to their credit, I remember watching that game and I was like, oh, Seattle, Green Bay blew it. Nobody played well that game. Like, if you want to say Green Bay blew a lead, Green Bay didn't play that well. Seattle just played worse, and then Seattle got some breaks, and Green Bay just never. Green Bay never really showed up to that game at all until actually overtime. They played good in overtime, but Seattle just showed up late. Green Bay just did whatever it had to do, and Seattle came in later. Green Bay really, if Green Bay had showed up, they would have played the Patriots in the Super Bowl. They didn't show up.
There they are at the combatants. And how good was Patrick Mahomes and the Roadrunner Tyreek Hill in the first quarter? Lead over 200 yards receiving first quarter alone. Mahomes goes for over 460, 3 touchdowns to Hill. The Chiefs hold off the late Bucs rally. They're 10-1 only. One loss the last year plus. No quarterbacks available for Denver. Wide receiver on practice squad. Last time a non-quarterback started the NFL. Tom Brady pulled over Colt 1965 for Don Shula against the Lions.
Want to think of some trivia?
See the wristband in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Didn't try. Broncos tried. Zero fan completion.
Oh, sorry about that.
The Saints too good. Taysom Hill ran for 2. Saints won 31 when they won 8 in a row. Derrick Henry more powerful than a locomotive. 178 yards as the Titans avenge a loss to the Colts 2 weeks ago. Tennessee up in the division by 1. Unfurling a new play in the playbook. Allen, Cole Beasley for the Bills, Gabe Davis. Buffalo 8-3 beating the Chargers. They went up in the AFC East. San Francisco off yet. Bobby solid goal. 2 40-plus field goals last 3 minutes. Time to Kyle Shanahan to sweep the Rams. Last minute, they're in the wall. Tie game in Foxborough. Cam Newton first down and then some on a late flag against Arizona. Nick Foles. 250-plus yard field goals to win games in the last month. New England hangs on at 5-6. The Raiders almost beat the Chiefs, but on this day's cross-country flight, forget about it in Atlanta. Mention it, Atlanta defensive back named Deion Jones. Falcons hold the Raiders 43-6. Not since 1948 have you seen a player return 2.
Still waiting a commercial, not commercial, but like halftime, break. Show some more of these highlights, some pretty good ones. Minnesota winning late, of course, against Carolina.
It only makes him 4-7. Guess what? Time for first in division. Jamal Sheard, Leonard Williams, defense sealed the deal in 50. And Fitzy, the beard, the Mike Gesicki. The Dolphins winning again. They beat the Jets. They're going to be etch-a-sketch. Trying to figure out how to win a game. They're all 11. Over there, if I like this, it's fine. Every Sunday night, ESPN Plus, 5 to 7:30. Wednesday, 24 hours. Watch it when you want.
Who scored the winning goal in the first Stanley Cup final game the Blues won? In the first Stanley Cup final game the Blues won. Oh, that's easy. Gunnarsson. Carl Gunnarsson. I was supposed to watch that whole game, and then I fell asleep in the third period, and I had a feeling that the Blues won. It was weird. Same thing happened that year when Colorado won Game 2 against Calgary. I went to sleep during overtime, but I had a feeling / dream. I don't know exactly what happened, that Colorado won that game, and then when I woke up, I was like, if Calgary won this game, I would feel really surprised. I just kind of expected Colorado to win. And they won in overtime. I think I thought Landeskog scored, but then actually it was McKinnon when I checked ESPN on my phone, NHL on my phone. Same thing with the Blues. I thought the Blues had won in overtime. Then I was like, wait, not necessarily. And then I looked up, they had. It was weird, but yeah. That was the overtime blast off the line. The Blues had dominated Game 2. They were really good in Game 1, but they tried to dominate Game 2 to win, and they did. Even though the Bruins kind of dominated overtime.
Call 800-327-8885. That's 800-327-8885. This year is not normal.
No idea. What point is that?
They're still waiting, of course, for that game. So that's that one. Let me think of one for you, one trivia game for you. Oh, I got a good one. I remember learning about this a few months ago. I got a good one. Yeah, this is a good one. I'm almost positive you won't get this. It's again another Red Wings one. Who is the only this Detroit Red Wings player has scored 2 overtime goals in the playoffs in 2006 and 1998. I made it a bit easier because I don't think you'd be able to get it. Both times the Red Wings lost the series. It's the only time a Red Wing, and this is the only Red Wing player in since the 1950s had scored, like in the 90s streak era, had scored an overtime series winner, and the Red Wings had lost the series that the guy scored the overtime winner, and he did it twice, in 2006 and in 1998. Guess the player. 1999, excuse me, not 98. 98 doesn't make sense because they won the cup. 99. Again, I'll ask it again to make it clear. This player scored 2 overtime goals, one in 99 and one in 2000, and is the only Red Wings player during the streak to score at least 1 overtime goal in a series, and the Red Wings lose that series. Who is this player? Take a look at the stats between Wilson and Wentz. Wilson has been better, although no turnovers. Oh my God! Oh my God! Hello, Thomas. That's unbelievable. That is unbelievable. This kick will be out of bounds. Incredible. Josh, you're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. Josh and I are doing. It's 14-6 in favor of Philadelphia, in favor of Seattle. Philadelphia's made some bad plays. Seattle's had some big touchdowns. As the second half starts, Seahawks will get the ball. But we're doing some trivia, and I'm exclaiming. I had a really tough trivia question. I had no idea Josh would get it that quickly. You got it. Yeah, you got it correct. Was that a guess? Was that just a simple guess? That's correct. That's the answer. Kirk Mulphy in 1999, second round against Colorado, first round against Edmonton. There's a deep shot to DK Metcalf. Russell Wilson down the sideline, and DK Metcalf probably would have scored a touchdown on that play. Just lobbed it down the sideline for a gimme, and that was a good shot to take. And Darius Slay, not a penalty, but he had some good coverage on DK Metcalf, and it's second down. Yeah, that 06 game one goal against Oilers, and that's a throw over the middle. Also, interestingly enough, which is kind of cool about those two series, where they were both in the first game, in game one against in game one, I think it was 1-1 or 2-1 or 2-1 win against Colorado, and it was a 2-1 win or a 1-0 win against Edmonton. Both game ones. Detroit lost in 6 in both series as well. Russell Wilson, the shotgun snap. Wilson will get out of there. Back at the 20, he gets dumped. And he throws to Carson, but I think Carson was out of bounds. Or no, he was in bounds, but he lost a yard on the play. It'll be 4th and 7. Yeah, that was second round. That the Red Wings swept Anaheim that series. The Red Wings have played Anaheim actually 5 times. They beat the Ducks in 4 and 97 in the second round. They beat the Ducks in 4 and 99 in the first round. They lost to the Ducks in 4 in 2003 in the first round. The first time they didn't play the Ducks in the first round since 1997, as this is punted back to the 15. I'm sorry if I get not being able to talk about this game, as it broke through tackles and down at the 20, back at the 27-yard line. The first time the Ducks had played the Red Wings past the first round was 2007, since 1997. And the first time it wasn't a sweep, as this will be a commercial. Wentz getting the ball back down by 8. Was in 2007, which was a 6-game Western Conference Series win by Anaheim, and then the only Ducks Red Wings series to date to go to 7 in 2013. That was won by the Red Wings. The Red Wings are 3-2 all series, not wins, not games, but 3-2 all series time. In fact, since we're doing this math, I think I can do all the math here. There, from banking to manufacturing, businesses are going with smarter hybrid cloud. 10 and 6. 14 and 9 all time against. Oh no, that's all. They also played in 08 actually. But I'm still going on my thing. They also played in 09. I forgot about in the 09 semis. So that was the first game 7 that they played in the 09 semifinals. which means it's 14-9 again. That would be 18-12. Red Wings are 18. They're 3-2 all time on series, and they're 18-12 all time game wise against Anaheim. Who scored it? In recent times, what was the latest goal in any period that clinched the Stanley Cup? If you don't get something in that question, I'll explain. Well, Martinez, because it's overtime. It's double overtime. It's got to be Martinez, right? Alec Martinez, double overtime, 2014 Cup Final. Unless it's regulation, then it's regulation, then I have to look at that. That's got to be Alec Martinez, right? Because Kane was in overtime, Martinez was in double. So that's my guess, Alec Martinez. The OT period wasn't about to end. Oh, so it's like late in the period. Oh. Ugh, I got to think of that one. Fakes a handoff, then gives the handoff, and we wrapped up just before he got to 30. It'll be second down for the Eagles. It's very easy. Not for me. Oh! I'm an idiot. I know what it is. After this play, Carson Wentz gets sacked right behind the line of scrimmage as he tried to rush there. Big play by Seattle, forces third down. Patrick Hornquist, 2017, Game 6, a tap-in goal with like a minute left in the third. Yeah, I'm an idiot. I have no idea why I didn't get that. That should have came quicker. What? If that's incorrect. Oh. Oh! Even worse. Boland against the Bruins. No, wait. If it's Bolland against the Bruins, if that's Bolland against the Bruins, I think Hornquist happened with less time. I'm almost positive. I'm almost positive Bolland happened with like 105, and Hornquist happened with 101. It's not that one. Okay, so that would make sense. I know it's not the Devils and the Kings. I know it's not 09. Under 30 seconds. That was an incomplete pass, too. That was batted down while I was thinking of the answers. Wasn't 08. Wasn't 07. To win a cup, it wasn't 06. It wasn't 04. This passed over the middle. It wasn't 03. Hit Game 7, but I know that it wasn't 03 because I don't think the tip was in 03. The deflection by Mike Rupp, I don't think was in 03. I mean, I will think was with less than 30 seconds. To clinch the cup wasn't 2000. As a handoff past the 50, you'll give a first and down to the Eagles. Yeah, I know. And that's how I'm thinking of first and seconds. And just can you tell me so I sound horribly stupid? Yeah, please just tell me. Because I cannot think of what team. Because even the Kings game-winning goal, that didn't come late in any of the finals. You got to let me know on that one. Wentz rolls out. Carson Wentz. Pumping it, throwing over the middle. Has a man. And they'll move the chains. I should have known that. I didn't think of that one. And that only happened because Brad Marchand made a stupid play to go to the bench off of a late change where he didn't need to change. He just kind of wanted to get off the ice, and Pietrangelo figured out that there was nobody in his spot and had a little bit more want to get to the net, and he backhanded. That's true. Ever since I started playing sports, not necessarily watching it, I always talk about the want to compete, the want to be better. And that is a throw to Goddard. Carson Wentz wants to be better, and that'll be a first down for the Eagles. Always had to fight for me. I've always had to fight for my sometimes I lack a psychological want to more than the other guy to be better, and that's cost me in some athletic events that I've been in. But when you have that, it's pretty hard to beat. See some amazing things. Even a guy is athletic in your face, somehow that want will triumph. Here's a screen blown up by Seattle. It'll be second down back at the 20. .8:46 left in the third. Seattle leads by 8 due to a missed field goal attempt for an extra point by the Philadelphia Eagles place kicker Jake Elliott. It was second and 10. 9 plays, 55 yards for the Philadelphia Eagles. They get a touchdown here, make it 14-12, which means they would have to get a 2-point conversion. Philadelphia would tie it. Here's Wentz as a clean pocket. Throws over the middle. And it's incomplete. It'll be third down. This would make it a 5-point game if they can't convert and they go for the field goal and make it. Bad communication with the guy who just got the ball. Montreal is 1. I don't believe Edmonton ever won 4 in a row. I don't think they did. Oh, New York Islanders. That was easy. New York Islanders. Islanders and Montreal Canadiens. 3rd and 10, and a timeout is taken first of the half by Philadelphia.
Second half did not start any better for Philadelphia. Seattle gets the ball. The Eagles defense was great all night. They forced Seattle into a 3 and out. Here's Carson Wentz. The Eagles watching down the
Vancouver, with Stan Smeal as the captain, made an unprecedented run to the Stanley Cup final where they were swept by the New York Islander dynasty after being a team that was not expected to make the playoffs or contend for the next 5 years. Name the 3 teams Vancouver toppled. You should get this as a Canucks fan before advancing to the Stanley Cup final against New York. The Islanders. Carson Wentz, play action fake. Wentz gets out of there, tried to throw it on the run, never got the angle. Seattle with a low sack. This is a big one. Safety ran up, made the play. It's 4th down. And I heard all these bad things about the Seattle defense. They have playmakers. They're not polished, but they've got playmakers. He ran right up the side and sacked Wentz, which will force Jake Elliott attempt. 42-yarder. He missed the extra point, and now you wonder about the inconsistency of kickers because he drills this one, which was longer. But a penalty flag is thrown late onto the field. Let's see who this is against. It's an offside call against Seattle.
Offside. Your 21 defense. That penalty's declined. The goal is good. Timeout.
They'll decline the penalty, and that will be a good field goal. So now Philadelphia trails by 5. Seattle, midway through the third, will get the ball back. Up by 5. Flames, Kings, Blackhawks. No, I don't think that's correct. I don't think they played the Kings. And that wasn't in the correct order. Yeah, I don't believe they played LA. I will check it. Since I'm asking the question, obviously, I can check online. I will check it again. I don't believe they played the Kings, and that's not the correct order. I think I said correct order, and that's not the correct order. I'm almost positive. Again, I'll check, but
So we just say, wait. Big Sky, new Tuesday on ABC.
Unlike the cases on TV, car breakdown is no mystery. It's gonna happen. I might see and nobody likes it when their check engine light comes on, especially when your car's out of warranty. That can mean expensive repair bills. That's why I have Car Shield. They get expensive car repairs taken care of, so I don't have to. Gotta love that.
When your car breaks down, you can take it to any certified mechanic or dealer, and Car Shield handles the rest. Your show-stopping coverage. Roadside assistance, towing, and rental.
let me look. You did random order, but you actually got it. For some reason, I thought Vancouver played Minnesota that year. I was incorrect. Yeah, you got it completely correct on the correct order, even though you did random. So, yeah, that was correct. Yeah, for some reason, I thought it was Chicago, Calgary, Minnesota. But Minnesota actually lost to Chicago in the first round when Calgary was playing Vancouver. And ironically, Calgary was actually the team earlier in the year that scored a bunch of goals and had that whole white towel penalty moment against. That was against Calgary, which puts in the old Calgary-Vancouver rivalry, which puts in the great question that I always ask you. I have no idea how you are, but Vancouver and a Calgary fan. Jokingly, though, not as for me.
On Wednesday, the undefeated Steelers lost to NBC. Two teams on full advice from Yahoo Sports and NFL Matters. Just the guys. All on the inside. In this 2020 pandemic.
All right, another easy one. This is going to be kicked off at taken past the 15. Another easy question that also kind of no, I'm not going to say anything. Here we go. Here's an easy question. Through his career, Nicholas Lidstrom has been a primetime, big-time Hollywood type lights are on player. He also has done some crazy things in the playoffs. Twice in the first round, he scored a goal from center ice to help change a series. Name the two teams, as that's a second down run. Name the two teams, 2 years, and 2 goalies he scored slap shots from center ice against. And 2 games if you can do it. The 2 games isn't necessary, but if you can get it, bonus points. So the main points are name the 2 years, 2 teams, and 2 goalies he scored center ice slap shots against in the Stanley Cup playoffs. And if you want, I forget what the extra point was, the extra credit was.
Wilson, he diagnosed exactly where that pressure was coming from the field. He knew that DK Metcalf would have soft coverage.
What games? What games? Against Patrick Waugh? Incorrect. Not against Patrick Waugh. Not against Colorado. Not against Patrick Waugh. The 2 games was also the answer. So the number of games, like 1, 2, 3. That's like extra credit. You don't need to do that, but you can if you want. And no, not against Patrick Flaw. No, not against him. There's a screen over to Carson, pushing. Carson might have gotten the first down. Not sure if not. He definitely got second and short, climbing close to Seattle territory. To Philadelphia territory, excuse me. 5:59 left in the third, 2nd and 1. Seattle 14, Eagles 9. A touchdown and a field goal for the Eagles, just not the extra point. It was missed for anyone coming in late. It was not a 2-point conversion. So Avalanche, Patrick Waugh is incorrect. First and 10. As Carson runs right up the middle and moves the chains, he goes to the bench now. Wentz in the shot. Wilson in the shotgun. Yes. There's a throw over the middle, and he has Metcalf who fumbles it. Metcalf fumbles it. Now a whistle comes. But they're marking Metcalf down in Eagles territory. 2002 against Vancouver. Yes, correct. And again, the last point I need against that is, I don't know the second one. You're going to have to tell me the Canucks goalie. And you're also going to, you don't have to, but if you want to tell me the game it was in. And you don't know the second one. Okay. I will tell you, the second one was not, he did not score across the beautiful winged wheel with Hockey Town in the middle. He did not score on the winged wheel at the Joe. It was another road goal. They're looking to see if Metcalf was down before the fumble. Let's see. He's definitely down because what causes the ball to go down is his elbow, and then the ball flies out. So this is a clear. You can see Tyler Lockett on the other side of the field going, yeah, it's a first down, and he definitely did. Cloutier, yeah, I think so. Yeah, Dan Cloutier, yeah. He was the goalie. So, yes, correct. Correct. So, again, extra credit if you want to guess the game that it was in, and then if not, try to guess the other series.
Ask Music first in a song when you got free delivery from Popeyes. Order from the Popeyes app today to get free delivery with minimum purchase.
So that's the first one. So tell me if you want to guess the second series, or if you want to guess, hint, whatever, just tell me. Let me know. Do you want hints, or do you want me to legit just tell you everything? And the game for Vancouver. Just let me know. Okay. Again. Well, right now, since you're not going to guess, just to make it done with the Vancouver series, the game was Game 3. Play action fake. Russell Wilson throws over the top, and he's got a man. Short, close to the first down marker. All right. Give me okay. Let me know what type of hint you want, because again, I don't want to just give you a hint. Just let me know what hint you want. Second and 2. Not a huge amount of hits by this Philadelphia team, but they've got a lot of pressures. They've got a 2nd and 2, and they've got to get close to. They're past the 25. They're close to the 25. There's a screen that went way behind the line of scrimmage, so they forced a 3rd and long. Yeah, let me know what the hints are. So he didn't get off his horse quick enough. It was kind of like get the ball and try to stop himself off the turf, and then he just didn't. You think you know it, actually. Okay. Again, the optional fact is a game. We're looking for the goalie. We're looking for the team. And we're looking for the year. Yes, he did. Now, it could be any year. It could be in the 90s. Man, you're good. Yes, Stan Ellis, Nashville, 2008. Just for fun, can you get the game? Can you get the game? This will be a field goal attempt for Seattle, and it is good. Right up the middle. Seahawks get back up by 8, 17-9. Seattle with a big 3 points that they needed off of a drilling field goal. Eagles get the ball back. It's a game 6. That's the game.
Expired. Thanks, Aunt Bonnie. It's a lot of house. Hope you can keep it clean. At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy, which helps us save a lot of money. Oh, Teddy, did you get my friend request? Oh, I'll have to check. And Joni's here.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com. This year, Christmas might be extra uncooked.
That's okay. That's okay.
But if there's anyone who could put the year back on a nice list, it's Tim. Celebrate this season with 30% off your purchase.
All right. Philadelphia, they got the ball now. The kickoff all the way down. That will bounce into the end zone. I think Philadelphia want to return that, but it won't. Back to the 25. Go the Eagles. Wentz in the shotgun. Gets out of there. Throws off his body. You've got Sounders, who's caught so many footballs by Wentz so far, and it'll be second down. Here's Wentz's screen right past the 30, and that'll make it third down and short. I was kind of surprised how fast, Josh, you got that Nashville game as opposed to the Vancouver game. A throw to Goddard, and that will pick up the Philadelphia first down just like that. And that was blown up on the play, second down, as the Seattle defense came up and they're able to make a huge play. Oh, so that's it. All right, why don't you ask more trivia?
Now the best way to get a taco or burger delivered is to get a Domino's pizza. That's not a taco. Managing type 2 diabetes? You're on it. Staying fit and snacking light? Yep, on it there too. You may think you're doing all you can to manage type 2 diabetes and heart disease. But does your medication do more to lower your heart risk? Jardians can reduce the risk of cardiovascular death for adults who also have known heart disease, so it can help save your life from a heart attack or stroke, and it lowers A1C.
Jardians can cause serious side effects, including dehydration, genital boosted urinary tract infection.
Commercial right now, so we'll wait for this to come back. Philadelphia with the ball, as we said.
Stop taking Jardians and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this bacterial infection.
infection and don't take it if you're on dialysis or have severe kidney problems. Taking Jardiance with sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar.
And will this feel larger?
On it with Jardiance.
Ask your doctor about Jardiance. ESPN presents the Buckeyes playoff push.
A collision between the undefeated Buckeyes and the Spartans. Checking the NFC playoff picture. Seattle win tonight. Then the 8-3 took them right behind the Saints. Of course, they lose tonight. They drop all the way to 5. The real difference, though, is with the Eagles.
Can I show the playoff picture now as Seattle gears up for play?
These two teams, I don't know if you believe in the Vikings or the Bears. Vikings still got to play the Bucks. Sleep on the 49ers, still getting back in the wild card chase. All four NFC West.
I'm thinking.
49ers without a home.
My guess is 3. My guess is 3. I only know one of them that went in, Chris Pronger, 06, game 1, as this handoff goes nowhere. Seattle defense forces third down. No, 3. How about 6?
Probably the most explosive player, most consistent player. And he's got 6 rushes for 15 yards in this game. And just hasn't been any consistency with him from the football tonight. 5.7 yards.
12.
Going in, third highest rushing yard average.
No, why am I saying 12? No. Why am I saying 12? I forgot. It's 13 penalty shots. No, not 12. 8. A throw by Wentz over a slant and a catch made, which is tackled down. Eight is wrong. I know that. I figured that out late.
Everybody on board here, going for it, 4th and 2. Trail by 8, 13.5 to play.
1. There's a throw deflected down at the line. And the Seahawks hold on 4th and 2. Seahawks turn it over on downs twice, as it looks like Daniel Jones won't be playing for the next few weeks. Twice in the first quarter. In the third quarter, the Eagles went for it, and Seattle denies. Seahawks up by 8, getting the ball around midfield. Wow. He's the only one. Oh, that's amazing.
For some of us, our daily journey is a short one. Save 50% when you pay for miles. Pay less when you drive. Never been. Also, pick a call for good today.
At T-Mobile, we believe you should get more. That's why we urge this sprint. Now, it's about to get better. And as we work to integrate Sprint's network, our nationwide 5G keeps getting stronger, with the capacity and coverage to reach more people and places across the country. Who says you can't have it all? Now is the time for 5G. Now is the time to join T-Mobile. Oh, there ain't this, Adam. Whoa, sorry, I got a gift for you. Tell them what's got a gift for the service for me. All management class. Download your free. Oh, have that. Oh, I give you all the naughty list.
Shop.com. Gear up. Are you ready for playoff hopefuls on Monday night? Your 49ers keep their wild card dreams alive. Are the Bills ready to close in on the division title? Monday Night Football on ESPN and ABC. Postmates fan feeders delivering fans to Monday Night Football. You're not all fans. The Seahawks live mascot, Taylor the Hawk, in attendance. Cheering on the Hawks long distance. Seattle takes over.
Wilson just past the 50 for Seattle. And a handoff goes nowhere. I think it was 90, game 1, Edmonton, Boston, and I want to say 4 overtimes. I believe the second longest was game 3, 3 overtimes, 2002 Cup Final, Carolina, Detroit. But my guess is game 1, 1990, Boston, Edmonton. Here is Wilson getting out of there, throwing to the sideline. Caught. Was he in bounds? Yes. What a catch by DK Metcalf. 3 overtimes. 3 overtimes. Hold on a second. I have to take a call.
Tyreek Hill yesterday from Patrick Mahomes. Perfect throw over the helmet of the defender. It's hard to defend. Darius Slay that Jalen Ramsey kind of success a couple weeks ago. Darius Slay is a tremendous athlete, great skills, press, ball skills. He's got it all. What that shows you, though, is the kind of year that Jalen Ramsey is having right now. He can handle the big guys, he can handle the little guys, he can blitz, he can hit. He has to be in consideration for being one of the best defensive players in the league this year. If not, when we're talking about MVP consideration on the defensive side. Jalen, because he plays it different, he turns around and tries to make him play on the ball. Now he's trying to play the hands, which is a different technique. Second down and 10.
3? Okay. That's what it was. Handoff! Score! Touchdown! Touchdown, Chris Carson, but there is a penalty down in the play. Carson pretty sure that this play is coming back, though. It's against the former Texas A&M Aggie Cedric Ogbuie. And
He's been firing tonight. Didn't expect anything else. 69-year Seattle Seahawks.
1982. That's easy.
Eagles 22.
Wilson in the shotgun. Russell Wilson will lob this down to the end zone. Dropped by Metcalf to the corner. DK Metcalf did not hold on with 11:55 left in the fourth. 5 seconds have gone. And it'll be, I believe, 3rd down. Not positive. Third and 15 for the Seahawks. Carson gets out, and he'll go to the 15-yard line. It'll be 4th down, and here come the field goal unit. I'm ready for the hard trivia. Here's Myers to attempt to make his second. Here's 33-yarder right up the middle. And it's an 11-point lead for Seattle early in the 4th quarter. Philadelphia will get the ball back, but Seattle is surmounting a lead that might be too hard for Philadelphia Eagles to come back from.
Now, new and existing customers can get our best deals.
Mom, AT&T has a deal for you and existing customers. Oh, hello. So what did you say? Wrong person. Got it wrong. Very excited. I'm glad.
Word of mouth advertising. It's what they did before commercials.
It's not complicated. Everyone gets our best deal, like the amazing iPhone 12 mini on us.
One made in love with made and represents the product. You can tell that there's extreme craftsmanship.
Big pan is a pan until made in Milan. And I went, wow, these things are so better.
Awesome pans that I'm using on an everyday basis are going to create wonderful products in my kitchen.
Those are the pans that we use every week. We're going to have the best pans in the world at one of the best restaurants in the world.
When was the last time you checked in on your car? With Cardio Mobile, your personal EKG device, you can check it from home using your smartphone.
I use Cardio Mobile every day. Sometimes
Montreal Canadiens.
Every morning, I check, make sure it's
Montreal Canadiens, it was Rocket Richard. It was Rocket Richard because he grabbed the ref. And then there were the Montreal riots where they were calling the police and they had the torches and everything. How did I know that? I've always known that. It's a pretty common NFL fact. Let's see if we get this one. What NHL player in a negative way faced the same criticism, faced the same type of thing, the torches in the streets and the phone calls and the riots in Montreal? What player in modern day NHL history faced that same kind of backlash? And why did he face that backlash? Here is the kick. Taken at the 5. Scott will take it past the 10, past the 20, and dumped close to the 25. Down at the 24. Uh, 2011. 2011. Wentz got sacked on that play. It only 2nd and 13. And he'll throw over the middle and have a catch close to the 33.
What is he? He's not a defensive back. He's not a linebacker. He's a disruptor. Is what he is. You see it there. He's doing a great job in the camera. Getting puts out 3rd and 2. Wentz throwing and complete. Got it for the first down. Adams thinks he's better in coverage than a lot of people think. He said he missed one play on Stephon Diggs, and everybody's giving him a hard time in coverage. Yeah, the last thing any safety wants to hear is that you're a box guy. You know how I know that? You need to tell me that. You need to be down around the line of scrimmage. You can't cover anybody. It's because your pads are so big. That's true too. That might be true too. Here's Wentz on 1st and 10. Dangerous throw there. The flag comes in. All of a sudden,
A penalty flag gets tossed on the field as the altercation between Seattle and Philadelphia.
Pass interference. Defense number 26. By rule, ball was placed on the foul. Automatic first down.
Seahawks so happy to get Griffin back. Missed the last 4 games out with concussion and a hamstring. And we're still missing Quentin Dunbar, who was hurt versus the Bills. And those 2 guys, when they came into the season, it was going to be Shaquille Griffin and Quentin Dunbar. They can get him back. Maybe this defense could be even better. And Jamal Adams looked pretty strong back there. At midfield. Under 10 to play.
Throw down the field off the hands of Goddard, and a penalty coming up against the Seahawks against Brooks. Wow, I thought this would be a lot easier for you. Again, who is the player and what did they do? What did Brooks do? Hands right in the face, hands right in the paraphernalia, and was forced the penalty. There's Wentz lobbing it down the field into the end zone, and Goddard never could get it. 2nd and 10. Second and 10, put him at the 21 of Seattle. Here's Wentz lobbing it down the field. Close, but no cigar. And he really thought that he had the receiver that he needed to have. And it's 3rd down. A touchdown and an extra point would put the Eagles within 2. A touchdown, just a touchdown, would put them within 3. And a field goal would put them within 8. 20-9 in favor of Seattle. Here's Wentz, short screen. Wagner's just got to make the tackle. He can't. His teammate goes in and dive bombs him. Adams again. Jamal Adams from the Jets. He's just so explosive. He's made some big hits, made some huge tackles, a sack in this game, and he's forced fourth down, and the Eagles are going for it here. The Seahawks have failed on their 2 attempts. The Eagles have failed on their 1 attempt. Let's see, maybe they go for a timeout here. They've only got 1, so it doesn't look like that's likely. Wentz shotgun snap. Seahawks rush, throwing over the middle, intercepted in the end zone. Or no, incomplete. Wait, was it intercepted? Yeah, I think so. Doesn't matter. Yeah, it was. I didn't see the ball, but intercepted in the end zone regardless. And he takes a knee and makes this ball back to the 25. See this play again? Wentz to step up, the throw, straight to the corner. The safety. So 8:33 left. Seahawks will have it at the Seattle 25.
This is for everyone who had a toasted cheddar chalupa and thought, wow, this is so good. I sure hope Taco Bell never takes it away, because why would they do that? It's got cheddar toasted right on the shelf, for goodness sake. Wouldn't do me like that. Oh, listen, I'm sure if for some reason it did leave the menu, it would definitely bring it back. Wait, what? The cheddar toasted shell you love is back with Taco Bell's $5 toasted cheddar chalupa box.
Local businesses are the heart and soul of our community. They spread joy. They make a difference. They give back. They've always been there for us. It's time for us to return the favor. This holiday season, wherever you shop matters. Pizza, everywhere you want to be.
Life is full of challenges, but you don't have to pad thai them alone. If you're experiencing pad thai, there may be a way to help. The life you want is waiting. Talk to your pad thai today to find out pad thai is right for pad thai. When all you can pad thai is think about Postmates, official on-demand food delivery partner of the NFL.
Back in Philadelphia, those aren't exactly small shoulder pads on Brian Reese. No, they're not. Look at Lisa Salters to the right. Oh, yeah. What's up, 15?
Still waiting on right now. Just to come back, and now it is. Wilson. In the shotgun, and then he'll leap ahead for a few more yards, and it'll be second down.
This is a man-to-man beater. An inside slant's a man-to-man beater. A hook route is never going to be a man-to-man beater. I'm not sure why Carson Wentz was even going there outside of his Goddard on Bobby.
2nd and 5. They still continue to talk about that interception. Josh, if you're there, do you have an idea on this this question? You want me to just tell you?
Pressure up the middle. Russell run away from it. First down, a slide down.
First down for Wilson with the rush, and it is the Seahawks moving the chains as this clock continues to move.
It's hard to disagree with him on that. If it were me, I would at least give my team a chance, right? If you don't make that play, the game's over pretty much. But if you kick the field goal, at least you give them a chance. But we'd like everyone to stay tuned with us throughout the rest of the ball game for the final 7 minutes or so. You never know. That's why they play the games.
Carlos Hyde goes down off of a big tackle and behind, and it's second down. Philadelphia's one timeout. Seattle has all three. All right. Do you want to guess again, Josh? It was the player is Sedeno Chara, and it was a blindside hit towards the boards near the head of Max Pacioretty, which caused the Montreal fans to light torches near the league office and even call the police trying to arrest Sedeno Chara for, like, I don't even know what the thing was. Calling police lines and 911 and stuff. So that's the player, Chara, and it's the blindside head hit on Max Pacioretty. Boston, Montreal. Penalty flag, a pass interference call against Avante Maddox and the Eagles, so Seattle will continue their drive.
Tough one allows Seattle to keep the football here and burn some more clock. Goes as a 21-yard penalty. That Eagles defense probably should have been off the field. That was interesting. We were talking about Tyler Lockett. We talked to Russell Wilson this week, and we were asking about the difference between Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf. And then he said after practice, so DK will go in the weight room and he'll get some reps in, do some sit-ups and some bench. And Tyler's more like he wants to go.
Oh, I know you might have known that. First and 10, Wilson, handoff, Carson is dumped. At the 50. And the ball was at the Philadelphia Eagles 48 area.
So you know DK Metcalf, he's all business. It sounds like Lockett has some other things going on in his life. Get that, he's a 6-year player. Metcalf is all business all the time. And they've got something special brewing with that combination.
Wilson shotgun snap. He'll run it to the outside, and then he gets sacked by Philadelphia Eagle defense. This clock continues to run down.
Bring up a 3rd and 14. Tick under 5 to play. Eagles were just at one timeout. And the play clock running down in the middle there to the challenge. The unsuccessful challenge.
And now Hyde up the middle, and he'll get tackled down for 4th down. So Seattle will punt on a 4th and 17.
showdown tonight on the line. Hargrave has been under fire. Big free agent signing of the offseason. 3 years, $39 million. Not happy.
There is the punt. Will be taken at the 10 by the Eagles with 3:54 left in the game. Buffalo, San Francisco is going to be next week. That'll be an interesting game for Monday night.
Santa Clara shutting down contact sports for the next 3 weeks or so. The 49ers, they announced they'll play their next 2 home games at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. So the Niners, actually it's convenient. Actually, that week 16 is actually in Glendale. An actual road game against the Cardinals. They find themselves back in that wild card hunt.
Here's Wentz getting out of there. Wentz is going to take a run, and he'll get physically tackled down by the Seattle defense. The point is for the Seahawks to let this clock run as much as possible. For Philadelphia, they don't want it to move as much, and they only have 1 timeout to waste before the 2-minute warning. Throw down the sideline, and it's incomplete, so it'll be 3rd and 3, just like that, meaning there's a possibility that the Seahawks get the ball at the 2-minute warning. And it's amazing. Carson Wentz has not hit a receiver more than 20 yards downfield. Wentz, shotgun snap thrown, and past the 30, past the 40, throw to the 50, so that'll break that. Although I think they're talking about the throw, not the yardage. So that close to the 50. That'll be the Eagles moving it up as there's an injured Seahawk on the field. That's Jaron Reed.
Dallas Goedert has been coming down with Zach Ertz being injured right now. Really, Jamal Adams escaping too much cushion. As fast as Jamal is, he's got to pressure him a little bit more in terms of squeezing down on him in coverage. Dallas Goedert has become Carson Wentz knows he's got 7 catches, 75 yards, the only Eagles touchdown tonight.
So you come play on, yeah. So you come play on, yeah. Aunque se lo down, estoy en la sector down, su grande, te lo low, loud, calidad, saludo, la semana con celular, la calle de la natural, porque soy un campeón, yeah.
Go to NFLshop.com.
Is there a commercial right now as we wait for this game to come back? I have no idea. You're going to have to let me know that. Puck color? Is that because maybe they used the spot track puck in the 90s? I don't think so, because I think the crease was blue before then.
Sunday at 7:30 only on ESPN+.
Jaron Reed getting attended to on the sideline. I like Seattle's upcoming schedule a lot more than Philadelphia's. Giants, Jets, Washington. Eagles upcoming schedule at Green Bay, here against the Saints and at Arizona. Tough stretch. Philadelphia here. Wentz. 3 minutes to go. Going to be spun around. And in the class has finally dropped. The sack tonight, 6th sack of the night by the Seattle defense.
It's 2nd down as Wentz missed that pass. 2nd and 20 now because of a big sack he took.
And 6 out of that. Continues to run. 2nd and 20. Trailing by 11. Underneath the Sanders. Flags come in. Right brought him down. Check the mark. Only
Another penalty against Philadelphia, moving back some more yards with 2:33 left in the fourth. So the Eagles have so many yards, and so much ways to gain. 92. Okay, which was before the spot track. Fuck. If you remember.
The score's not going away. The drumbeat's only going to get louder. Second and 30. Situation like these.
And Wentz getting out of there will throw low to the Eagles running back, incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 30 for Philly. Just an insurmountable amount of pressure on this Philadelphia Eagles team.
Just wants to make a change for change's sake. This organization, this franchise, has a quarterback that's proven he can do it, and you're willing to just throw it away to see what the other guy can do? I wouldn't do it. There's Wentz. Got him back on the ball. Scott. Slipped down. Take all that energy. Now start to go out and put your plan together as to how you're going to rebuild this franchise. Yeah, because it's broken. No question. I couldn't agree with you more.
That was a loss of a yard. It'll be 4th and 31 with 2:21 to go.
There's a breakdown somewhere, somehow in the chain here as far as the dynamic between what the coaches need, what the front office is delivering, how the coach is developing them. Because this doesn't happen by accident. This has been a number of years in the making. And now you're seeing it all come to fruition in a bad way. And now you're going, what are you doing? Going on
4th and 31. Wentz will throw over the middle. Incomplete. Dropped. Seattle is going to be in the red zone. Past this 2-minute warning, before this 2-minute warning, just wrapping up this game.
Who gives you the better chance to win in the moment? If you're out of it, then you give the other guy a look. Carson Wentz gives them the best chance to win. They don't have the pieces around it to win. Now you could put Jalen Hurts out there just to see, just to hope and see if he can spark something. But I don't think that anybody in the organization feels like Jalen Hurts, at least throwing the football, is going to give him a better chance than Carson Wentz. Did you expect to see more out of Hurts tonight, other than those 2 snaps? I expected to see a little bit more of a plan, not just throw him in there, take him out, and then just go, well, you know what, we put him in there. Because now you haven't seen anything, especially you haven't seen anything. So it's like, what is the plan? What's the plan for this position concerning those two? You drafted him in the 2nd round. What's the plan?
1st and 10. A running play to the outside for Carson. And he gets piled down by Philly now. You know that this clock will stop, and there's more discussion being had as Philly will take their 2nd time out with 2:09 left, which is smart, on 2nd down, because then you can have 3rd down and the clock stop if you can force it.
It's a tough spot. It's a tough spot to be in for everybody in the franchise. Listen, Carson Wentz is one of the nicest young men you ever talk to. And there's no question that he's passionate. He cares about winning. He cares about his teammates. His teammates care about him. It certainly has not gone his way this season. But this is a young man that has a lot of talent and a lot of leadership qualities.
2nd and 12.
We're just not seeing him right now. He said, I'm not going to let the circumstances change me. I'm going to change the circumstances. And that has not materialized tonight. And no one doubts Wentz's heart, his will.
A handoff to Carson. Only get about a yard. And that'll be the 2-minute warning now. 3rd down coming up for the coming up for Seattle and Philadelphia. Eagles are going to have to make a stop if they want to continue this game. When was the penalty shot invented? 1925 is my guess. 25.
Hey Siri, turn it way up.
For the season? Yeah. I'm working on anticipation. That's still one step ahead. Anticipation is key. So are you allowing the house? Always. Thanks for asking. You should probably did that too long.
Close later. 1928.
I just don't even think about asking.
I'm not your grandma. I don't wear 12 layers of clothes in July. And I drink Canada Dry Gold Ginger with an extra kick of real ginger taste that would blow the tennis balls off your grandma's floor. New Canada Dry Gold Ginger, not your grandma's ginger beer. All right, let's go. Don't drink. You leave that, sir. We gotta get going. Yeah, like. You get extra napkins?
Get it at McDonald's when you buy one of their faves and get another for just $1.
Not all going to be classics, Scott. A good four-game stretch there on Monday Night Football.
3rd and 10.
4 games. Here at the 2-minute warning. Seattle ball up 11 and can't stop the clock. Seattle actually has the easiest remaining schedule.
For Seattle, one of the easier schedules coming up, they just said, interestingly enough for them. Here is a handoff, not getting to the first down marker. Now, Philadelphia cannot stop the clock, but, you know, they're going to have to snap it and punt it at some point. Seattle will. Actually, they might be able to go for a field goal here.
But the Giants and Washington games are a lot tougher now than they were a month ago. With that Washington front four, is the shit. They could give Russell some headaches. And the 49ers, if you have to give Robert Saleh, I mean, he's doing one of the best coaching jobs in the NFL right now. He's a coordinator for the 49ers. Kyle Shanahan making
Later, 1931. Seattle's going to go for it here on 4th and down. They get the first down. It closes it out. They just took a timeout. They would only 31. Okay. They would only have to take a knee down about 2 times and then the game's over. If you look at the NFC East, Philadelphia would, with a loss, they stay at 3rd place. With a win, they would move up to 1st in the division. Right now, they trail by 11, and if they give up more than 6 yards, or no, they're gonna get it to the kicker. They're not gonna waste an attempt to go for it and ice this game. They go for the field goal, which kind of would ice the game. They're up by 11. This would make it up by 14. The kick is just inside the upright. It's good. Myers is 3 for 3, and the Seahawks are up by 14 points. Oh, I like those. Yeah, try that one. Although this game's almost over, so we'll be done with this soon.
Carroll juice just like that. He is fired up to have his team now getting healthy at the right time when they need it the most. We got DK on the outside. That opens things up for Lockett on the inside. And then you start running the ball with Hyde and with Carson. And now you got something on offense. And that's what Pete Carroll wants. The balance. They run the ball 29 times and throw it 33. Pete Carroll looks like that. Boston Scott from Philadelphia. He keeps running hard.
And that'll go to the sideline. More discussions of Philadelphia and Seattle players. So continue to watch the conclusion of this game. All right. Let's pick the teams. It's in Sunrise. It's the Florida Panthers and Edmonton. Oilers and Panthers in Florida. There's a handoff close to the first down marker. They don't get there. Final 50 seconds of this game. Eagles slow to get to the line. And then Sounders will go down. Get ready what will probably be the final play of this game. Last play of the stream as well. Second and 10, 21 seconds left in the fourth. Carson Wentz will get the ball now. Shotgun snap over for Wentz. Wentz waiting. Wentz tosses it up into the end zone. Deflected. Caught. Touchdown, Philly. With 12 seconds left. Eagles trail by 8. And somehow the game's actually not over yet. Because they would have a chance to win it here if a few things go their way. It's highly unlikely, but it's still possible. As Richard Rodgers, former Panther, will get the ball and it was tapped along and he'll score the touchdown. Here comes the 2-point conversion attempt. And Seattle takes their second timeout.
Carson Wentz is 25 of 45, 216 yards, 2 touchdowns, including 1 interception.
2-point attempt, and then that would be a 6-point game. They trail by 9. Here's the handoff. Touch. The 2-point conversion is good. The 2-point conversion is good. And now the Eagles are in a precarious position. It's extremely unlikely, but they can win this. As they pump out Fly Eagles Fly here in Philadelphia. The Eagles can win this game. They've come back, scored a touchdown. If they get an onside kick to go, then they would go down the field, have an extra touchdown, extra point, would beat the Seahawks and put the Eagles back in first place in the division. Barkov goes on a breakaway, 1-on-none. Koshkinen goes for an aggressive poke check but misses it. Barkov has empty. Shootout. Okay.
That's why you see, I believe, more and more of those kind of shots being completed because the players have a hard time playing the ball like that. Knock it down. Yeah, I mean, that's a process there.
Onside kick. Seattle recovers. Game's over. Philadelphia gets it. They would have a chance to win. Here's Elliott. This is an onside kick, and it is recovered by Metcalf at the 45-yard line of Seattle. And now the referees are looking at something.
They'll tuck in nicely in the NFC playoff picture right underneath the Saints. Offside. Number 50.
An offside call against Philadelphia, so the ball will get moved to the 50-yard line. 11 seconds left. They said 1 second had lapsed when the kick was lifted.
This defense, playoff caliber. What's going to happen when they get up against some of the better offenses in the playoffs? And now they've stacked back-to-back solid games. They played well, gave up 21 points to the explosive Arizona team last time out. And they came here and they handled their business. This was not a great offense by any stretch, but they did what they needed to do.
Russell Wilson, final kneel down, and just got a counted away. An elbow by Wilson, like a fist bump type elbow with the referee, and it's over. The Giants will stay in first place in the NFC East. More importantly, Seattle have the second best record in the NFC. They moved to 8-3 and beat Philadelphia 23-17. Seattle, big winners over the Eagles. Somehow McDavid beats him and goes for a diving block. He loses his stick. The flying stick blocks the shot right in front of the net. It hits the stick with 0.7 seconds left. What's the call? Flying stick blocks the shot? If the puck crossed the line, that's a good goal. That should be, thank you for the like, that should be a good goal because he didn't tap the puck in with his hand or his if a stick, even if it's not used, it didn't cross the line. It hits the stick with 0.7 seconds left. What's the call? That's a free puck. Anybody can go for it there. That's a free puck. You don't think you call anything. You just let him play. Really? What's the call? You say icing? I don't know what the call would be.
Holiday shopping is safer and easier than ever at Kohl's. Buy online and enjoy fast and free store pickup in 2 hours or less. Or shop in stores where we're taking extra precautions to keep everyone safe. We're doing all we can to help you give with all your heart. Kohl's.
I got sausage. Look at the new banner, Steve. Get a fresh and made football from Subway. You can even order on the Subway app. I just get picked off by Deion Sanders. You sure did. Now in the app, get a free football if you'd like to because it's football season.
Sometimes you want speedy, but reliable. State of the art, but dependable. In other words, you want a hybrid. So do telcos. That's why they're going hybrid with IBM. A hybrid cloud approach with Watson AI helps them roll out new innovations anywhere.
Oh, sorry. It's actually a good goal because you're not allowed to block a shot at an empty net with a thrown stick. Oh, makes sense. All right, I'll see you on Wednesday for football and football. Bye, everybody. Have a good night. Happy hockey, everybody.